The key selling point of most sport betting companies in Kenya is that with 100 shillings, you can bet and win 1,000, thousands, or even millions of shillings. But what happens when you can't even get this 100 shilling note to bet with? To answer that question, we visit Kayole in Nairobi's Eastlands area. It is mid-morning on a Wednesday, but we quickly notice the number of youths out and about on the street. They are easily drawn to betting parlors like this one, where they hope to double or triple their money on manual slot machines. Football is still the theme here in this game of chance, where should the slot machine tally with your choice, then the welcoming sound of coins pouring out is music to their ear.
So naona saidia kaa vijana unaona. Naweza kata 10 na kupa 200. Kama unaona leo niko na 10 bob nimenipa lunch sahi.
Ni ngwaro umerauka kwa mfuko kuna kifaa. Unaona? Hii kifaa ukienda kwa hoteli sahi, hauwezi kula usikie fiti. Lakini ukipiga kona mahali kama hapa ukuje weke hapa ugambo, labda umeamka na mguu fiti. Unaona? Ugambo ulishangaa imekumwagia hata so 5. Unaona? Sasa unaona hiyo siku imejipa hivyo.
The shop proprietor Martin Karanja runs this shop in partnership with some Chinese investors who provided him with the slot machines and a license.
Mimi mwenyewe kama kijana nimekaa hivyo sana bila kazi. So nilichukulia kama opportunity, nilichukulia challenge yangu kama opportunity. Nikaenda nikachukua pesa kwa Uwezo Fund, tukashikana na vijana, nikakuja nikaweka hii kazi.
Karanja says that only adults are allowed to play his machines, and he estimates that over 100 people visit his store daily. But not everyone is happy with the proliferation of slot machines in the neighborhood.
Kuna mchaina imekuja hapa, hii mchaina tupeleka hasara kila wakati. Sasa unakuja unaweka pesa unakuliwa. Sasa hata kama jana nimekuliwa 2,000, sasa siko wax.
Sport betting is not a new phenomenon in Kenya, bearing in mind horse racing lovers have been placing bets on their favorite steeds since the colonial days. Nevertheless, it has remained a minority activity, so much so that the government has never seen it fit to fully upgrade the legal framework since 1966. Currently, PricewaterhouseCoopers estimates that the Kenyan gaming industry generated more than 1.98 billion Kenya shillings in revenue in 2014. By 2018, the report authors total gaming in Kenya, Nigeria and South Africa will be worth 37 billion Kenya shillings. Thus, if Kenya only takes 20% of that, then the local industry may be worth at least 7.4 billion Kenya shillings. 6 years ago, John Power, sponsor of the 2010 Kenya Horse Racing Derby, announced the release of an M-Pesa betting system which would allow subscribers to bet on football leagues across the world. That was then, and for some reason, Kenya was not ready for what they had to offer. 6 years later, according to the Betting Control and Licensing Board, there are over 27 sports betting licenses in the market, but they are currently carrying out an audit to see how many owners are actively using those licenses. Just like the gold rush of the Wild Wild West, each betting company is investing hundreds of millions of shillings in their marketing to woo the Kenyan consumer. It seems to be paying off, with one of the dominant players said to be netting 4 billion shillings in deposits per month. Now, it isn't just betting companies that are joining this gravy train. Leading mobile telecommunication company Safaricom is the platform through which most bets take place. A betting insider claims that SportPesa actually carry out 40 transactions per minute on the M-Pesa platform. Citizen TV was not able to independently verify this. Our attempts to contact their M-Pesa department for accurate figures on what they make of betting yielded little result, but SportPesa now claim that it may have overtaken Kenya Power as the biggest user of Safaricom's M-Pesa platform.
I'm sure we are their biggest. In terms of pay bill, I'm sure we are the biggest. Because I know at some point it was KPLC, for paying your electricity bill. But for us, I think now we have taken over.
The transaction costs are actually M-Pesa transaction costs. M-Pesa does not charge you to deposit or withdraw. And that's a distinction that needs to be made. Safaricom has provided us with a solution, a wallet. But remember, it's not a free solution or a free wallet. They have invested their own infrastructure to give Kenyans a chance to transact money on the mobile phone.
Mobile telecommunications company Airtel is also looking for a piece of the pie and has waived transaction fees for their subscribers who want to venture into sport betting. The aging cyber cafe also received a new lease of life as young people flocked back to them to place bets. Walk into a cyber cafe in Eldoret town, and you'll probably find young people hunched over computers studying upcoming fixtures, odds and placing bets.
Kwa sababu simu ni ndogo, as in wezi pata space ya kufungua tabs mingi za kuanalyze, of which kuna sites mingi za kuanalyze games. Sasa unapata ukitumia computer ni a bit better.
Kenya has also become the launching pad through which several companies penetrate East Africa. These operators are keen to differentiate themselves from casinos, and to some extent they are justified. The fact that match results are outside the influence of local betting operators means that sometimes the house may appear to lose.
The chances of winning a jackpot, let's say for example you have 10 matches, are very, very slim. 10 matches they have chosen for you to predict are not going to be obvious matches. Even if they put 1 or 2 obvious matches, the rest are going to be, they have chosen for you to predict are not going to be obvious matches.
Nevertheless, the sport betting companies operating in Kenya seem to be doing quite well, which indicates that they have figured out how to mitigate their losses and make money off what may look like small bets.
They make money with the hopes that the amount of money people have used to place bets should be more than the amount of money they pay out as winnings. So out of 10 people who place a bet, we only hope to get 1 winner.
Betting companies are managed via betting softwares that are connected to betting houses overseas, and they provide real-time odds, description of matches, among other information. The makers of these softwares study team trends and translate them into odds. For example, it is no secret that Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger is tight-fisted on buying big names, and his team usually finishes in position 4. What may appear to be a joke about Arsenal is actually serious data for bookmakers. In addition, the softwares also have a payment component where they withhold your money if your team lost or pay out if your team wins. Join us tomorrow on the 3rd and final installment of the Sport Betting Craze as we look at regulation and addiction when it comes to sport betting.